So let me begin by saying that we're extremely proud to have sponsored the event. Really important to us to bring the two themes together that are important to us around SMEs and around customers. And I think it's been a fascinating day, and I love all that stuff on psychology and the psychology of buying. I think it's absolutely fascinating. The small business community, many gathered in this room, are clearly hugely important for the prosperity of the country, and we're clearly not going to let this be the lost generation. And all those great words on the screen is obviously what we're all aiming for. We're still seeing, 100 startups start with us every week, which I think is absolutely fantastic in all sorts of sectors, and they really are going to grow and help Ireland into prosperity. If you put those alongside exports, agriculture, foreign direct investment, and Irish innovation, then we really should look forward to a very, very good future and a growing country as well. So I think we should also remember it's not just about everybody making money and driving the economy, it's also about the social responsibility and the social impact that small businesses and large businesses can have, and the very powerful impact they can have on individuals' lives, and I don't think we should forget that aspect as well. Those of you that heard me speak before will know that I think it's hugely important the role that the banking industry plays in supporting that, and Ulster Bank obviously in particular, and very, very close to my heart. And I think we need to also recognise that we need to build a viable and sustainable and long-term business, but we need to build one that is part of the community and helps the community grow and recognises its social responsibility. Today's speakers have all shared one thing in common, absolutely unwavering focus on the customer, and I unreservedly respect that. I think that's fantastic, and what we should all remember to do. The bigger the business gets, the harder it is to do that, and we must always drag ourselves back to the reality that this is about somebody experiencing our products and our service. And understanding what a customer needs and wants and developing best-in-class care, encouraging loyalty has to be priority for all of us, whether it's large or small. All of our customers' needs are starting to evolve, and rightly they are demanding much, much more of our businesses and all the businesses that serve them. And key for us is to try and understand how our business market is changing, and believe me, it is really changing rapidly. And there is no substitute for talking to customers in the end and truly understanding what matters to them, particularly in the economic climate that we're in now. This year we're trying to make what are important moves for us in technology for our business customers, so launching internet capability, iPhone and Android apps, iPad apps, SMS functionality, better telephony, and things to try and make it easier, and all the things that normal industries would do, but banking has tended to be not exactly the leaders in, and we want to try and innovate as much as we can in this market. Access to finance continues to be an issue, and continues to be an issue that we as banks need to respond to, and do everything we can to help viable businesses. We do recognise that small businesses are the drivers of growth, and we need to make sure that we support those. We would also be hugely supportive of the initiatives that government's taking in terms of the loan guarantee scheme, the aims of the Credit Review Office, what it's trying to do in microfinance, and we must gear up to be able to support that as an industry. But the truth is, I need to keep my customers happy. I need to do business because we need to have a viable business for ourselves, but also for the country as well. And I think that's hugely important. So I would recognise that we have a long way to go as an industry in giving the support that everybody needs, but we genuinely are trying to do that. And I'm hoping that the way we engage with our nearly 2 million customers across the island is changing for the better, and it will continue to be evolved. But we can only be successful if our customers are successful. We're trying to support business ideas. I talked about the startups earlier, but trying to help people who are getting into franchising, but helping those ideas become a reality. Very difficult, that first step, and it's a very important step that both government and banks have within the economy. We are trying to lend money. I need that to be a viable business going forward. Good example of that, in the next couple of weeks we're launching quite a large agricultural fund to support the government's Harvest 2020 initiative. And we're trying to help people export. As we heard earlier on, hugely important that people access markets outside Ireland while Ireland recovers domestically. And we're trying to do that at the touch of a button, which is so much more important these days. But also in this market, helping people that have challenges is really important. Increasing training to try and stop people getting to the point where actually there's no return for the customer or the bank is massively important. And we're putting 100 trade advisors across the island to try and stop people getting to that point, to help them get back to viability before it's too late. Not something we would advertise anywhere else in the world, but in Ireland it's hugely important. Trying to underpin that with investment into technology, and technology, as you've heard, is hugely important, and how you make that easy to use and customer friendly, but we are doing that this year. But we're here today to talk about the customer, how we engage, how we delight customers, and I think you'll all agree it's been a fascinating day. So thanks for your participation. Thank you very much on behalf of Ulster Bank for your support, and please enjoy lunch. Thank you.